Hi, Rachel. Well, I guess it's not every day you go to work, you ugly cry, the cameras are there, and then the whole world is speaking about it the next day. But I guess that's the life of a chancellor. I do know, though, it takes so much courage to get up the next day and face the world again, let alone face a press pack. Like, I can't imagine feeling shit about whatever and then having to pretend that everything is okay, because if I don't, then actually the economy of a country suffers. And it has surprised me how many politically savvy people haven't quite grasped how you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't if you're not in Parliament. Because there is quite a stark reality that when you turned up in Parliament yesterday upset, people thought that you were going to be leaving. But interestingly, that made the guilt shoot off the scale. Like, look at that. Starmer refuses to back Reeves. There you go. Look how high that is. And of course, if that were the full story, then this right-wing agitator would be right. Your tears would end up costing us money, and that must be a bloody massive responsibility. But equally, had you not turned up, that also would have been deemed to be an issue, and guilt probably would have risen again because of the uncertainty. But actually, as this graph shows, that when it became apparent that your position wasn't in jeopardy, they settled. And in fact, today, they are continuing to settle. And it's an uncomfortable truth for people that the markets seem to like you. So the thought of losing you would be a disaster for our economy, which is somewhat ironic. Of course, Ace reporter Alison Pearson hasn't quite caught up with all that's happening. She just wanted to say it was a disaster. She loves a bit of rage bait. And speaking of rage bait, of course, it wasn't market chaos as Dan's trying to make out. But I guess he's only saying that because he's nosy and he wants to know what was wrong. Not because he cares, just because he wants to be kept in the loop. But it's been a harsh way for so-called rebels of the Labour Party to actually find out that you can't quite control the narrative in the UK if you're left-wing. It sort of runs away with itself. You have got to laugh though, Rachel, when you see some of the things that people have been writing. And then there's Farage won't hold a surgery in Clacton because somebody once threw a milkshake over him. And there's you, clearly feeling shit. At PMQ, all the cameras on you, having a shit day, back at work today, saying about all the amazing things with the NHS that you guys are planning. If that's a diversity hire, we need some more of them, as you were.